Hi everybody and welcome to a Game in Your Pocket video, where I look at games that are pocket-sized, affordable and easy and fast to set up and play. This time you might need a slightly larger pocket, because I'm going to look at Maeshowe, and compared to a small tin-sized game, Maeshowe is slightly larger. But you do also get a game with a rich history. Maeshowe is based on a saga about Vikings entering the tomb of Maeshowe on the Orkney Islands of Scotland. The Vikings went into the tomb to search for treasure and also to seek shelter from a storm. And you can read all that in the story behind the game in the instruction manual here. Based on actual writings and drawings on the walls of Maeshowe, the game expands the story, and the game is all about the Vikings being trapped in the tomb and how they try to escape. So basically, you are a Viking and you have to excavate your way out of the tomb. Let's look at the game board. We have health, we have food, and we have all the spaces here that you have to excavate to escape the tomb. On the other side, there is a version for a two-player game, but right now we'll focus on the solo version. So let's put the game board here and put some tokens on. The maximum health is 4, so we'll start the game with 4 health tokens. The health will of course decrease and maybe also increase during the game, but your max health can also decrease if you go mad. Then we'll start the game with 1 food. Then we'll put passage tokens here, and this is also how you adjust the game difficulty. 3 tokens is easy, 4 is medium, and 5 is hard. And more than that, well, it's not recommended. In this playthrough, I will play the medium difficulty with 4 passage tokens. The game is played with 36 one-sided cards. This is the back side, and on the other side you have all the information you need. There is an illustration, what happens when you play this card, and a rune in the corners. All the cards are explained in the instructions here. Here we can quickly see that this is an excavate passage card. This card has a blue rune in the corner. In the other example we have the exact same card but with a red rune, and you can use the runes to your advantage, but you also have to be aware of them, because they can make you go mad. Then we have what happens if you play a card to the row, and what happens if you discard the card. Sometimes nothing will happen when you discard a card, but often there is an action where you can gain health, lose health, gain food, or of course excavate your way out. And that is the main objective of the game: get out. To do that, you have to remove the passage tokens. And you do that by putting 4 excavation cards in a row here. So when you have 4 cards in a row, you can remove 1 passage token, and that's it. If you lose your health, or you don't have any cards in the deck to play, well, you'll lose. And if you do that, we'll assume that the Vikings are trapped in the tomb forever and will die. That's bad, of course, so let's see if we can prevent that. Start with a good shuffle of the 36 cards, and that will be your deck. When the cards are shuffled, you'll draw 5 cards to begin with, and then just put the deck aside. Out of those 5 cards, you have to play 1 card to the row and 1 card to the discard pile. Let's see what we've got here. This is an excavation card, and a lot of them actually, and they are all blue, and that's good, because if you play 4 identical excavation cards, you can remove 2 passage tokens. You also have to be aware, if all your 5 cards in your hand have the same colored rune, you'll go mad. If that happens, all the cards will be shuffled again and your health will decrease by 1 permanently. But let's get started. I have several excavation cards, but I also have this Discover Treasure card. If I play that to the row, I'll lose 2 health, and if I discard it, I will lose 1. So I'll begin with an excavation card here in the row. Nothing will happen right now, but if I can put 4 of them in a row, I will remove 1 passage token. And then I will take a risk here. I will play the only card I have with a red rune. I will lose 1 health because I discarded, and then I will really hope to draw a red one. Ooh, yeah, there it is. So I won't go mad, at least not in this turn. I got a red excavation card and a food card. If I play this card to the row, I can exchange 1 food for health. But I don't really need that right now. I will put my excavation card up here, so that's 2 now, and then I will discard this food card. Nothing will happen, and I'll draw 2 new cards. And there is another excavation card that's looking good, and then I have a sleep card. If I play that, I will break my streak of excavation cards, so I won't do that. Instead, I will play the 3rd blue excavation card here to the row. So what do I discard? I discard my sleep card. I have lost 1 health, but I'm still doing pretty good. 2 new cards to my hand. You must always draw 5 cards, and this is great. I can play my 4th excavation card, all of them with blue runes. That means I can now remove 2 passage tokens. So let's get rid of 2 of these passage tokens. The Vikings are already halfway out of Maeshowe. And then I'll also have to discard a card, and I will discard a passage card. Not the best choice maybe, but let's see what I get on the hand here. I get another excavation passage card and another discover treasure card. I'll continue my excavation. This time I'll use a red rune excavation card. And I will play the treasure card to the discard pile and lose another health. Another excavation card and a goose card. If I play the goose, I can get 1 food. But I will like to continue my streak of excavation. And I will try to see if I can get 4 red excavation cards. That will win the game for me. But this is a risk. I have 3 now. I will need 1 more, and I will discard the goose. I will need a red excavation card now. Not this one. This is a really bad card. If I put this card in the row, I will lose 2 health, and I will get 2 passage tokens back. I will avoid that card at any cost. So I'm forced to play another excavation card, but with a blue rune. So I can remove 1, not 2 this time, but still good. And then I will discard this awful card. I will lose 1 more health, taking me down to only 1 left. That's risky. Let's see what I get. This gives me the opportunity to finally get something to eat. The Vikings must have something to keep digging, so I'll gain 1 health when I play the goose card to the row. Or wait a minute, I think I will not gain health, I will gain food instead. Let me just check here. The goose card will give me 1 food. I don't really need food, I need health, so it's the eat card here that I have to play. Yeah, that's the one. So I can exchange 1 food for 1 health. That was better. And then I will discard the food card here. I have 2 of them and nothing will happen. 2 new cards, 1 excavation card, 2 excavation cards. But before I excavate any further, I will still have to do something else. I will get rid of the treasure card and lose 1 health, and then I will play the raven. A raven will fly in to Maeshowe through the hole in the roof, and I will take heart from the knowledge that Odin's watching me, and that will gain 2 health. And just as I thought Odin was on my side, I will draw not 1 but 2 run out of food cards. If I play them to the row, I will lose all food. Yeah. And if I discard them, I will lose 1 health. So I will start a new excavation and I will lose 1 health. And there's another of these awful cards. Ooh, I still have 1 excavation card. I will play that one, and it doesn't really matter if the 2 excavation cards in the row next to each other have different runes now. I only need 1 passage card. Yes, and there's another. I'm so close now. 2 health left and the 3rd excavation card in the row. I only need 1 more. And I will discard 1 food card. I still have 2 health left. Come on. Yes! And there it is. the 4th excavation card that was lucky. I will now have 4 in a row, and I can remove the last passage token. The Vikings are out. They have escaped the tomb of Maeshowe, and I will discard a card just for that matter, and the game is now completed. I have won, but I also have only 3 cards left in the deck, so I would definitely not have completed the game if I had played with 5 passage tokens on hard difficulty. I also avoided going mad, which is possible several times, but that did not happen, and it's over. The Vikings have found their way out. But that's not all. In this version of the game, there are also 18 expansion cards. Cards that you can mix in with the base game, and that will give you a lot of variation. These cards are more complicated, and I will not recommend that you start out the game with the expansion cards, but they are interesting. They are divided into themes with 3 cards in each theme, and they will provide several new ways to think, new tactics, and new ways to play the game. As you can see here, they are quite complicated, but they are also very well described in the instructions, so you will know exactly what to do. As I said, 3 of the expansion cards are together in sets, and you can identify the sets with the small symbol in the lower right corner. The game recommends to only use 1 of the expansion sets at a time, but you can, if you want, use several of them. Read about them first here and then see what you would like to include in your game. The instructions here also describes alternative ways to play the game, 2-player, co-op, and also other variants. For example, one called Fear of the Dark. Again, something that will add to replayability and make the game last longer. And I should also mention, if you play 2-player, there are additional tokens in the box. Blue health tokens for the 2nd player and extra food as well, and a Jarl token. Maeshowe is definitely fast and easy to set up and play. It's also affordable, and I guess it could work as print and play, but as far as I know, it's not an option. And then we have the pocket-sized thing. It is a small game, maybe not exactly in a pocket, but it's still small enough to bring with you, and well suited if you need a fast game that will take 10 to 15 minutes. With the included expansion cards, you'll have variation and replayability also. Thanks very much for watching this Maeshowe playthrough video. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope you'll join me for future videos.